just when they're getting their gruel, all the workhouse boys, they get the gruel, and one day Oliver asks for if he can have some more, and that just like sets his whole life right there.
Nancy is part of Fagan's gang. She is kind of the maternal character for all the children. When Oliver comes into the situation, she realizes that the life she's living isn't really the life she wants to live, because she sees something in him that she forgot was a part of life. She sees an innocence, she sees a light, and her world is very dark.
Fagan is a character who basically runs a nest of thieves, and he has a whole group of kids who he has trained from very young children to thieve and steal and bring stuff to him so that he can fence and make a living.
What is really great about Oliver, the musical, is two things. One, that it is based on such a dense and important piece of literature. So you have very well thought out, well etched characters. They're very iconic characters. Fagin, Oliver, the Artful Dodger. There's an incredible amount of thought and story behind these characters. And the musical feeds on that, but it also has just this wonderful, memorable score. So many songs that have perpetuated in pop culture that people will recognize, and the reason, of course, being that they're just so singable.
It's a wonderful musical. You know, the songs are terrific. It obviously comes from a great source, the Dickens novel. You can't beat that. And Fagin is such a rich character. He's a complex man. He's obviously, as I say, he's been a thief in his time. He's running this gang of thieves. But he's not without generosity. He's not without some consideration for these kids who are actually taken much better care of in his den than they are in the workhouse.
What's really different about this show, of course, is the presence of the children. It's a 28 in the cast, which is certainly the largest I've ever worked on here. Our largest cast ever, we're saying. 28 people, 10 of whom are children.
The gallery players' audience is very close to the actors, so it's really cool that it's gonna feel like the audience is right there on the streets of London with us, so it's gonna be really cool. That's a special thing about the gallery players, I think.
When people come see Oliver at the Gallery Players, they can expect to see a story about the human spirit and about love and history and how love can really conquer the horrible things and people can overcome bad circumstances, and then it's also a great time. There's so much beautiful music and fun dancing in the show. It's just a really good time for the whole family.
The cast is amazing, so it's going to be really, really good.
I would say that our Oliver is a very faithful rendering of the work. We're not departing from the intention of either the novel or the musical, we're embracing the darker elements of the story at the same time as we're embracing the quality of the musical, which is in many places quite bright. So the two of those side by side, I think, is a hallmark of our production. And what I hope people will get is the real attention to both things.
Consider yourself welcome to my den, my dears.
Consider yourself at home at the Gallery Players.
Consider yourself invited to the Gallery Players Oliver musical.